Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pacific Mum, a podcast by 3 Vietnamese college students trying to navigate adulthood through the scope of both their Vietnamese and American cultures. We're just here to chat and share lives with you. My name is Jasmine, and this week I started my summer class, and it's my last week in my first college apartment.
Wow.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Summer courses.
Woo!
My name is Cindy. I'm a little sleep deprived. I just slept over at a friend's house. And we stayed up till 4 a.m.
Oh my
We woke
gosh.
up at 10. So, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm Zui. You guys, wait. I'm Kevin. You guys can call me Zui though, right? I don't remember which. I don't remember what I keep saying.
My
it
name
Kevin?
is Wee, but you can call me
Or is it Kevin?
Why do you
Kevin?
do that?
No, it's Zui. Call me
You know what?
Kevin.
Hi guys. My name is Jason.
Oh my gosh, that joke is like 5 years old now.
It really is. It's so old. But yes, I'm Zui. You guys can call me Kevin. Yeah. But gosh,
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it's summer. Yeah, for sure. For
it's
sure.
hot.
But it is
balls
getting hot,
out
yes.
though.
It's hecka hot outside now.
Sundays.
I went out in an Ao Yai today.
Oh, did you actually?
Like, thankfully it wasn't like a long sleeve, but it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mhm. And Aoyais are kind of thin, but they're long.
Yeah. And they're like tight. They're like form fitting.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I think it's funny how like for us, if it's like over 60, 70 degrees, it's like super hot. And people from other
Mhm.
states are like, "Ugh, that is so cold.
I have a friend from Arizona, and they have dry heat, and she's like used to 90s
Yeah.
on normal days.
Could
Never.
never. But anyways, today's podcast, because it is now summer, and we just finished our last quarter of the most recent year. Z and I's first year at UW and Cindy's second year at SU. We are going to just go over our year a little bit, go over the quarters, just how we felt about it, how we felt individually, in classes, being online and such, and what we might be excited for next year. And maybe our plans for next year too. So, I guess we'll start with sorry, I was trying to push myself up. I guess we'll just start with the quarters. So we'll start with fall quarter. Go around in this circle, everyone, and share your thoughts.
When
Little
we back in
Shelby
elementary
Silkworm.
school.
I want to go
Introduce yourself and how you felt about fall quarter.
Ooh, teacher, pick me.
Me.
Sorry, I
first.
think Zui said it first.
No, but I'll be nice. You can go first, Cindy.
You're such.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, your major, in case anyone forgot.
Forgot.
Dude, I hate icebreakers in college. Which is. Ugh. Which I guess sucks because, I feel like you guys did not have a proper orientation.
No,
Oh my
our
gosh,
orientation was online.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And it was tedious for no
And it
reason.
was 2 days.
Yes.
Online
I don't-
for 2 days for no
I'm
reason.
gonna be honest. I didn't watch any of the videos as much. Yeah, I kind of took a nap and played the games while.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Actual orientation is supposed to be fun, but
Well, yeah, because you're
It was
interacting
not.
with everyone. Yeah.
it was not for us.
No.
But anyways, Cindy, please introduce yourself.
My name is Cindy Lou, who
Hello,
And-
Cindy Lou.
I'm serious, a lot of elementary school teachers will call me that.
Cindy Lou.
And yeah, from the
Huh.
Grinch,
Yeah.
even though
Oh.
she was blonde. And probably white.
It's
Okay, we're
okay,
not gonna go
it's
into
okay.
that. But you know what? They didn't see color. I shouldn't have used that phrase. But they didn't see race as a boundary.
At least they didn't
I
call you
appreciate that.
Cho Chang from Harry Potter or anything.
I'm
my
dead.
God.
Oh no.
That's so
Well, I didn't say
bad.
that anyone called that for me. I'm just saying,
Oh,
giving
okay.
an example.
You're right.
At
Yeah,
least they
I
didn't
like
like
Cindy Lou.
say the first Asian character that they could think of.
I like that. Yeah, so if you don't know me already, I'm Cindy, and you can call me Cindy. And
Hi, Cindy.
Hello, Cindy.
hi. Oh my gosh, like the little shark circle in Finding Nemo. So cute, so scary, but so cute.
I haven't watched that in a minute.
But you've watched it before, right?
Well, I've watched it. I just haven't watched
Yeah.
it since like
It's been a fat minute.
I was in elementary, maybe middle school.
That's true.
I
It
don't
came
know
out
what else I
2003. Yeah, that.
I was one, probably less than one.
We were babies.
But anyways, fall quarter.
I had 4 classes in fall quarter. I had a psych class, psych growth and development. That was super fun. I had a nutrition class, a professional nursing class, and a U-Core on philosophy. Did I say I was a nursing major?
Well, you just
You're
did
a nursing
now,
major.
so.
I'm a nursing major. Oh my gosh. Chaotic. But that fall quarter was definitely the easiest out of all of my other quarters this past year. Psych was super straightforward and such an understanding professor. You know, she really listened to our concerns and was really nice and made accommodations when needed because she knew how hard it was to be online. And my philosophy professor was also really interesting. I think all of my classes were really interesting, to be honest. I think my professional nursing class, I was like, a lot of it was common sense, so I wasn't really into the class. But the professor was also nice. So I feel like it was pretty easygoing, just like my emotional state of having to go through everything online and then be stuck in my room all day really did not help, especially since I didn't go out in the summer at all. But yeah, how about you guys?
Zoe, would you like to go? Introduce yourself, background. fall
Okay.
quarter?
I'll go next. Anyways, hi, I'm Zvi. I'm a
Hi,
psychology.
Zvi.
I'm a psychology and American ethnic studies major. Yeah, and so I guess for my
Did you forget to say the Asian part?
No, it's
No, he's just.
oh, I mean,
American ethnic.
I can emphasize on that, but sure.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has a focus.
Oh, I'm
on it,
so
but it's
sorry.
just American
No, you're good. But yes, majority is like basically American ethnic studies. Emphasize, I guess. Yeah, I could say I emphasize
Got
that.
with an
Asian.
emphasis in.
American, Asian Americans. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taste.
But yeah, well, from I think my fall quarter, I took. Let's see. It was like history on the Soviet Union. What else is this? Oh, survey of music. So it's like, I was learning about like music throughout the ages. So like from when music kind of quote unquote first started, when it was like I think with the was it the Vatican, the Catholic Church, yeah, they like introduced music pretty much, and like music notation, and then like throughout the ages of like how it was used and how blah blah blah, right? Yeah, and then I also took a religious class on the New Testament of the Bible, so it's pretty interesting. But I think that quarter really kind of like solidified what I kind of wanted to do, I guess, because I really thought about it, I guess. And I think taking that history on the Soviet Union really made me like ethnic studies. And so I was like, I think I'm going to do American ethnic studies. So, yeah.
Yeah. My fall quarter. Oh, hello, I'm Jasmine again. I
Hi,
am.
Jasmine.
I am an English major, hoping to also go into societies and justice. Almost forgot my intended major there. And I am going to minor in, or I am minoring in, yeah.
No, sorry, finish your minor.
Oh, and I am going to minor in ASL and human rights. That's the other one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were sharing minors. I just want to say I'm cool too, and I have a minor.
Yeah.
I have a Catholic studies minor.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, so my fall quarter, first year in college, I mean, like, because we had some experience with, like, your Nerva and stuff, right? So it was like, and like Cindy's already been in college. It was my first year with all that. I took 4 classes. I had a 2-credit first year interest group focused on like students who wanted to go into law. And that connected with my LSJ 200 class, which is my intro to LSJ. One of my favorite classes I've ever taken, and probably will always be one of my favorite classes I've ever taken. Because it was a good intro to the course. It was taught by the head of the department, and it was just a really good, like, I got to learn all the things I was interested about in terms of, like, social justice and, like, abolition work and, like, the justice system and just social systems and stuff like that. So that was really fun. What else did I do? What class did I take? I took an history of American citizenship class, which is basically APUSH, but with an emphasis on citizenship. It was actually kind of interesting. A little boring, but interesting. And what was my other class? Oh, I took English 202. No, I didn't. I did not take English 202. What did I take?
You took something.
1 second. I took one more class. Oh, I took a Greek myth class. I took a Greek and Roman myth class. Yeah. That one was really easy because it was entirely asynchronous. And it was just quiz-based. Multiple choice, open note, quiz-based.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's pretty nice. My fall quarter was chill. Moved into the apartment up here. Like, kind of got to experience some college life, even though, like, not really. Not to the extent I was able to this past quarter. But it was chill. Kind of bored, but it was chill. How about winter quarters? Let's start back with Cindy.
Yeah, winter quarter, the environment was especially a lot different. It was cold and gray and Chad.
Gray?
The skies were gray.
Well, she's not
like
wrong.
your hair. Wait, Jasmine, did you hear what I said?
Like his hair, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Anyway. But winter quarter, I actually got to have one in-person course, which was about essential nursing skills, called health assessment. And it was very, very safe environment. Like, they were very pretentious about the timing, I guess. Very strict rules. My classroom only had a class of 10 people, and social distancing was great. And on some days, we even, like, split the class, only half the class would show up on certain days. And it was really nice, and you really learn a lot of invasive procedures, common invasive procedures you'll have to know as a nurse. So I have no idea how I would have done that, like, online. So I'm really grateful to have that in-person experience. Since it was only a class of 10 people, and on top of being in person, I felt like I was able to really connect with my classmates, and I really enjoyed that. and that was a lot of fun for me. I think that class really motivated me to get through winter quarter. Like, I was really looking forward to it, which is kind of nice. I also took pathophysiology, which is basically like the study of how diseases work on a physiological level. And I had a great professor. She definitely made things a lot of fun. I was starting to tutor some more kids, so her teaching style really not only helped me alter my note-taking system, but also helped me like tutor better. So that was fun. And I also had an appropriation of breastfeeding class because, and I really liked that too. That was really diving into like why is breastfeeding seems so inappropriate. Like usually public breastfeeding is really looked down upon, but then like America's sex culture is pretty dominant, which is strange. How like America's fine with that, but not like breastfeeding in public and stuff. So, yeah.
That is really
Nice.
interesting, though.
Okay. I guess for me, let's see. I lied earlier when I said that the autumn quarter was where I kind of solidified my psych major, but it was actually psych and American ethnic studies major, but it was this quarter actually because I realized I took a internment camps in America class this quarter in the winter quarter, and that's what really got me into like ethnic studies, and so that's why I decided to double degree and go for American ethnic studies. I don't know why I took nutrition this quarter. It was probably because my friends were like, "Oh, you should take a class with me." So I was like,
Told you not to.
I take it, and I realized I've already taken nutrition back at the other at Highline, so I literally wasted 5 credits pretty much. Hey,
Rad.
easy 4.0 though, so.
Oh my.
I mean, a GPA booster.
Exactly. Yeah, really needed that for this quarter. But yeah, and so, and then I also took pre-cal, which is also something I took back in high school, but I also need a refresher because I don't think I think I needed it in order to kind of refresh myself, and then because I'm gonna take calculus in the coming quarter, so good thing I took that. So it wasn't all of a waste, but
I would have just struggled with calc. I would.
I would
yeah,
not have
That's
retake.
some good.
It
Yeah.
was too much. It was way too long before like I haven't taken math in so long, so I really needed that refresher.
Yeah, I did. Why didn't you just do like? Oh, you did college algebra back at Highline.
I did like a college algebra. It was like also like business based too. I don't even know, but it was like
I did that.
It was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I also would have just struggled with calc because pre-calc did not prepare me for calculus that much.
Facts.
Yeah. I think winter quarter was like mentally the hardest quarter for me. Seasonal depression hit hard. There wasn't so much socializing with friends, I guess. I mean, I really got into video games, and like seeing them
Yeah, you
came up,
did.
and I was kind of addicted to Valorant. Valorant is finally working for me. Totally not sponsored by Riot Games, but
We are Riot funders.
we are Riot
Dun,
philanthropists.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, my
Wait,
Valorant client is finally working, so I can play again.
I just got the reference with the farmers insurance.
Yes.
It like
Oh my
flowed
God.
well. It flowed well.
It did. I
Cut
really
that.
appreciated it. Thank you.
I want that as a
Change
clip.
it. We are funders.
Dum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
Oh God.
Yeah. So on like a more personal note, like personal side of my winter quarter is probably
Mhm.
is really rough for me. Academically, it wasn't too challenging. I mean, I still took like 16 credits. I think I took what did I take? I took a liberal arts physics class, which, because it was easy and boring, I didn't do well in because I was not motivated. I didn't do awful in it, I just not as well as compared to my other classes. I did that. English 202. For my
Yes,
major.
English 202.
Yes. For my major. Critical practices. I did an international. No, it was human rights in Latin America, which is probably like one of my favorite classes I took this year too, because it led me towards my independent study for spring quarter. And because I'm just interested in like immigrant rights and stuff like that, we worked a lot on that with the class, because we had like a practicum portion where we worked with immigrant rights. And then I took a seminar by the King County Executive Director on how COVID has impacted government, which is really interesting. It was fun. But yeah, it's probably my least favorite quarter, but winter in Seattle, stuck in an apartment. Oh, I did declare my English degree. English major, winter quarter, so.
Nice.
That's cool.
Omega
Yeah.
Kucho.
Yeah, I feel like all of us kind of took a dip in winter quarter. We were kind of cruising fall quarter, because all the Among Us nights we had was so much
Yes.
Oh, yups.
fun. And they stopped.
Oh my gosh.
after
It did
winter
stop,
quarter.
though.
Yeah.
So sad. I mean, you guys still play Valorant, and I played a little bit of Valorant.
You're very busy
Awesome.
winter quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But,
I think it really picked up after winter, and then autumn was like, or no, not spring was like super busy for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like we interacted a lot, mainly like through online and Discord, fall and winter.
Mm-hmm.
But like spring, not so much, just because we were all so busy. At least for me,
Yeah.
I was so busy spring quarter that I could not even attempt to hop on
Mhm.
for like study calls and stuff. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. How was your spring quarters? How were your spring quarters? Let me fix my grammar there.
I didn't like it.
No, no, no.
That was a bad Cindy. Not as in like I was a bad person. Like I was a sad Cindy.
Elaborate. Well, maybe don't. You don't have to elaborate.
And on
but-
all emotions, maybe on the class.
Yeah, on the classes.
Well, I took 4 classes, but 15 credits, just like fall quarter. I had a intro to farm class, which was my hardest class, and I hated the content because there's so much to know. But my professor, I kind of saw her as a tough mom, and I appreciated that, so it kind of got me through it, and I did get through it, thankfully. Intro to farm is I only have to take 1 farm class in my nursing major, and it just exposes me to all the drugs I need to know at a certain level, at a certain degree of knowledge, obviously below what a doctor and a pharmacist would know, because they could prescribe, but nurses would have to know, like, obviously what the drug does, what it can do as in side effects, reversal drugs, and all this stuff. I don't like thinking about it. Okay, moving on. And then I had an online clinical. That was terrible. I hated it because I was talking to like little simulation thingies. And it's like you have to interact with it using communications and assessments, and my first time going through it, I didn't know what I was doing, and I kept failing. Yeah, it was kind of hard, especially like the communications part where you would like click on which question you would ask them, and there's different versions of the same question, but the way you say it, even though you don't know how the tone's going to come out, can like negatively impact your score. And I would look at those questions and I'm like, I would not say any of those questions like that. So it was just a weird experience. that was a 3-credit course. And it was paired with a 2-credit theory course, which was also terrible, more terrible than clinical, time consuming. And then connected to that 3-credit clinical course is a theory course. That was very tedious and time consuming because our professor wrote us on so many readings and so many videos that I simply did not watch most, to be honest, because I was like, I don't have time for this. I have my farm course and it's a seminar class. Like why? I don't understand why we have to like read/watch so much for a seminar course, and I knew that all my classmates were definitely not, indulging in the full content. And I got an A anyways.
Yeah.
Let's go. I like it.
My last course was kind of an elective-ish style course. It was another U-Corp, and it was creating sound, and I did like 2 main projects. I did like a mix collage where my piece kind of consisted of 2 parts because I was studying so much. So I did like a studying-ish collage, and I made a lo-fi song, and then I like had study notes on top of it. It's derived from Lily Pichu's Dreamy Night, so it wasn't that creative.
I want to hear it though.
Hey, yo, can we sample it in the video later?
Please.
Yo,
Okay.
send me the audio clip. I'll sample it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are okay, I'll let you listen to it.
I approve. Well, Cindy will need to approve, but I approve.
Aw. But yeah, that one was super fun. And then we had a second project, and I decided to do a creative writing. Terrible idea. I should have just chose another piece because that took way too long. But it was about the myth
Jasmine's
Artemis.
She
I'm
went
sorry.
from so happy, and then now she's like, oh.
I
I
forget how it is. No appreciation for
creative-
the literary arts ever.
I do. Jasmine,
No.
I was a Wattpad author, okay? I was very appreciative of the
I forgot about that.
Oh no, what?
I totally forgot about that.
I'll send you guys my Wattpad. It's
Do
actually
we
pretty
want to
good.
keep? Do we want to
7th
keep
grade
that in the
Cindy.
podcast?
I don't care. If you find it, I think you would be more concerned. Because, like, I wrote
What
that in
was
7th
it?
grade,
What
right?
you
And
were
it was
about
so
to say? What it
depressing.
was, right?
Yeah. It's very depressing. Wait, what? No, I'm not gonna
Wait, no, she's not gonna say it now. That's a later conversation.
Well, we're not gonna include it, but I want to know.
I'll send it to you later, Jasmine, but I'll describe what it is.
Okay. Okay.
It's like snippet. Okay, they're very, very short stories. Each chapter is a different short story about a different person. And they're very depressing. Like romance
Okay, but,
stories.
like,
It was
And then
What
I looked
Wattpad
back and I was
isn't?
like, hmm?
What Wattpad isn't though?
Facts. But it's like kind of concerning because I was like, Cindy, you don't even know what love is in 7th grade. What are you doing? Like, why are you talking about heartbreak? But oh my gosh. Yeah. If you can find it. Just. Moving on. Yeah.
Anyway, so you're spring
Artemis.
quarter, right?
Yeah.
Your creative writing.
Yeah, I did it on the Greek myth of Artemis, and that's how I found out that her and Orion was like could have been a thing, or like in some accounts they were a thing.
Yeah.
I
In
was
some
like,
accounts they
yo.
were.
Virgin goddess who? Just kidding.
She's a maiden goddess, right?
Man, I gotta
Yes.
look. I gotta refresh myself on those mythologies, man.
It's
I love
so much
mythology.
fun.
You just gotta read Percy
It's
Jackson.
so
Kidding.
cool. Honestly, though,
It's not like the most accurate, but Percy
of
Jackson
course not.
is
But
like
it's
a
interesting.
good like
Maze
gloss
Runner.
over it.
Because they're
Yeah.
not the same author, but like in the movies,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
same
yeah.
guy.
Oh yeah, Dylan O'Brien.
Dylan O'Brien?
No, it wasn't Dylan O'Brien.
I know
It was not
celebrities.
Dylan O'Brien. I forget who it was.
It was Dylan O'Brien.
It was Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien is hot.
What is Dylan O'Brien? Wait, who is Dylan O'Brien?
Dylan O'Brien is hot.
How is
That's
Dylan?
one word better.
That
Where?
is what.
It's
What
why
is-
he's Dylan.
Why is Dylan
You didn't even say the right
Sorry.
W
yes.
word. There's a word for those kind of W words. I just don't know. Jasmine.
Who, what, when, where, why, how? Huh?
Yeah. What are those called?
What are those called?
I
They're not
don't
called
know.
W words.
What are the
No, in
W words?
ASL
Or
we
the
just
H
call 'em-
word. Wait, no, right?
In ASL, we just call them WH words.
WH words. Who, what, when, why.
Who, what, when, where, why, and how.
Maybe I'm just a genius and then I was right all along.
There is a word for it. We're too primitive.
But anyways, Cindy.
I googled it. Yeah, spring quarter was definitely like, yeah, I was sad, but if it took place in winter quarter in the type of weather we were having, man,
It would have been a
Cindy would have
different
been
scenario.
shad. I know.
That you're gonna
It
say
would've
something
been
else.
worse.
But
It would have been shad.
no, I thought you were gonna say.
Shitty. Oh. Yeah. Just kidding. But like spring quarter was pleasantly pretty sunny. And there's some rainy days.
Mhm.
I didn't go out though. But you know, I liked the sun shining in my windows. I just want to feel appreciated. You know? And I felt appreciated. So, yeah.
Nice. Gosh, I started my spring quarter with 3 classes. It was Hawaii's literature, biopsych, and then fundamentals of psychology research. I ended up dropping the Hawaii literature class because all 3 classes were very reading intensive. Like, oh, super reading intensive. So, oh dear lord. Because it was like biopsych, it was all the information's in the, it's in the textbook, right? You're learning about what? The different parts of the brain and how, like, the brain works. And then fundamentals of psych research, it's like different ways people conduct research, different ways people, like, just different ways that the research is conducted and all that stuff, like surveys and like experiments, and then like if things are ethical or something like that, right? And then Hawaii's literature is literally, it's so much reading, so I had to drop one and then just focus, because at that point I decided I wanted to be a psych major, so I was like, I can work, and then the American Ethnic Studies degree, I can declare that anytime. So I was like, I'm gonna focus on getting into the psych major first, and then so I just focus on the psych classes first. So that's what I did, and it was quite a ride, because honestly, it's the end of the year, and I was like, get it over with. I wanna be done. Let me out. Let me out. Pretty much.
That's Big J.
Yeah.
Yeah, my spring quarter was by far the busiest quarter that I had and probably will ever have, but it was also by far super enjoyable. I actually had a really good spring quarter. I took
Nice.
21 credits for spring quarter.
Oh, whopping 21.
I'm gonna have to end up SNSing a class, but it's whatever. I made it through the quarter without burning out, so I'll pat
Facts.
myself on the back for that.
Facts.
For those of you who don't know, SNSing at UW is like opting for credit, no credit. And right now, because it's an extraordinary circumstances quarter because of COVID, it kind of like, normally it wouldn't count towards your major or your gen ed requirements or anything, but right now it does because of extraordinary circumstances.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so did 21 credits, took 5 classes. I had my independent study, where we worked on immigrant rights, and I started an RSO. I helped start an RSO, which is a registered student organization at UW, called Liberated Voices Washington. Shameless plug, go check us out on Instagram.
Text here.
But so that was really fun. I met some really cool people through that. I don't get to interact with LSJ students a lot outside of my classes, and even then it's like really hard because the classes are so big, or like a lot of the classes are like significant sizes. So that was really cool that I got to have like, now I have like a base group of LSJ students, or like hoping to be LSJ students. So I really appreciate that. What else I did, what else did I do? I did English 302, which is also really fun. My professor was amazing. It like really it opened my eyes a lot more to writing, and like I never was really able to call myself a writer until like that class, because like it kind of changed my perception of what a writer is. And
Beyond
really
Wattpad
good
stories.
Yeah, we got to read really good literature with that. What else did I do? I did another English class. It was Victorian age English. It was an okay class. Didn't really pay much attention to it, but I did fine in it. I did an international human rights class too, which was a good class. Again, didn't really pay much attention to it. And I took one more. What was the other class I took? Oh, I took a deaf cultures class. And I declared my ASL in human rights minors, and like I kind of figured out my plan for the next few years, like my baseline plan for the next few years, and how many credits I'll need. Hopefully I'll graduate early still.
Nice.
And I joined a sorority. I joined an Asian interest sorority. So
Let's go.
I was very, very busy with that this quarter. If any of y'all saw my schedule.
Yeah, you were.
I was
Oh,
busy,
man.
but it was so
See
worth
the schedule on
it.
our Instagram story. A plug.
Yeah, it was so worth it though. I love everyone. I love all the girls in my sorority. It's an Asian interest sorority. It was fun. Spring quarter was my most social quarter. And I went outside a lot because it was sunny and I'm up in Seattle, so that really helped. But yeah, that's how my spring quarter went, and that's how all of our years kind of went. What are you guys' plans for next year? Actually, wait, no. If you guys were to change anything about this year, what would you change? And what was your favorite part about this year? Like, what is the best decision that you guys made this year?
Well, I guess I'm thinking about this answer. I remember, like, once the pandemic hit, someone asked me a pretty similar question, like, how do you feel like you changed because of the pandemic? And I was like, I don't think I changed that much, to be honest. And she said, is it because you have high expectations of yourself? And I was like, yeah. So that's why it's kind of difficult for me to answer this question. Like, I don't know how or what I would change, because
So you wouldn't change
Yeah.
anything.
perhaps not, but I mean,
But that's an okay answer. You don't have to
I
change
guess.
anything.
yeah.
That means it
I
was a
mean-
decent year.
What was the second question? Really quick.
What was the best decision you made this year for yourself? emphasis on for yourself.
Choosing to move into an apartment next year, I guess. Considering
Understandable.
commuting, but oh my gosh.
That's so exciting. Though.
Yeah.
Seattle's so much fun. And you're in like
It
the
is.
Capitol Hill area. That's so much fun.
It's very close to like Little Saigon. Like, not that far.
What?
I'm
Like,
gonna
I
visit you.
grew up-
I'm gonna have my car up here like fall and winter quarter. Hopefully spring if I can get
Me
into weather.
too.
That's right. I'm so excited.
Mm.
Fun story. Progress on my driving because I'm still working on getting a license. I actually drove all the way to Zui's house because I wanted to hang out with his sister. And the road was kind of curvy, and my mom said I was too close to the curb, but no curbs were hit, and I made it.
Don't worry, I
She was
drive
alive.
way too far on the right still, and I've been driving since junior year of high school.
I just don't get it. The perspective is
Yeah.
weird, right?
It is
well,
weird because
also,
you
gotta-
I'm
You're on the
very
left.
anxious about like crossing
yeah.
the other
You gotta
lane.
just remember,
Yeah.
you yourself are not the middle of the lane. You are like more
Yeah.
towards the left of the lane. It's weird, yeah.
It's
weird.
scary though.
And I
It
have to,
is
like,
because then you
look
feel
at
like you're
things.
gonna hit the left lane. You're gonna hit the
Mhm.
left like whatever. Yeah.
And I have a bad autopiloting like state.
Uh oh.
I do it a
Oh,
lot
no.
when like I read in school especially.
No,
And I
know
can't
what
do
you
that when I'm
mean.
driving because I have to like look at the windows and stuff.
No, I know what you
I
mean.
think yeah.
I'm on
I think driving definitely. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a practice. As you more practice you get, the more better you get.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
I'm on autopilot. Like if I'm driving to places I know, like church.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Mm.
Sunday, autopilot. I turn on
Yo.
praise and worship, and I drive
Amen.
that 20 minute if I'm feeling feisty, but technically it's supposed to be 30-minute drive.
Oh my god.
She's really chasing the Lord.
Drive safe, people. Drive safe.
Yes.
Right,
Just this is not an encouragement to drive like me.
Ugh.
But yeah, Z.
What's up?
What would you have changed about this year? And best decision.
I think one of the things I would change would be, like I said earlier, when I took that nutrition class. I don't think I really should have taken it. I really should have decided on a different class to take. And then I think if I had taken like maybe one of the psych classes that quarter, it would have helped me more for this the previous quarter, the spring quarter, because then I could open up to a different class and then fully take 15 credits instead of just doing 10 this one for spring, you know. But all in all, it was still like, I guess it was fine. It gave me more time to really think about it. And so, yeah, I guess. And then I think best decision, I actually haven't told you guys yet, but I think I will be living up on campus next quarter as well.
An apartment?
Oh, yups.
I will be looking into an apartment.
Roommate?
And it's still in the works, so but one of the biggest reasons was all classes that I'm taking next quarter will be in person.
That's cool though. That's
Yeah.
exciting for
So,
both of
yeah.
you. I'm excited. Apartment living is fun when you have a good roommate. If I were to change something, I'd probably so many times. Oh, take some classes outside of your majors and stuff. Take advantage of the chances you have in college and the diverse range of subjects you can learn. I call
And what
BS
did you do?
because that doesn't work for everyone. Because
fool.
the classes that I took outside of my majors that I thought would be like, oh, cool, fun, diverse, I wasn't motivated because I wasn't interested, and therefore I didn't do as well. And I didn't like the class as much. So I think I would have enjoyed it more if I just focused on my major classes.
For sure.
And I think the best decision of this year was joining my sorority. It is setting me up well for the next 3 years at UW with having a community. It's just like a very familial community too. MGC, Multicultural Geek Council, UW. So, yeah, that's my best decision. But yeah, what do you guys do next year? What are your plans other than living in an apartment next year for you guys? Give a quick 30-second elevator pitch.
I want to see my new friends because I got to meet a lot of new friends in my health assessment class. And just knowing them a little bit more helped me branch out to other people. Oh, I am secretary of my cohort's class council.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Whoa. I'm still kind of surprised I won.
No. Don't be surprised.
You earned it.
Yeah. Not only did
Earned
you
it.
earn it, but I mean, yes, you earned it. But you got it.
Let's
You
go.
freaking got it.
Thanks, guys.
Be proud of yourself. I mean, I'm sure you're proud of yourself, but be more self-assured.
Oh my gosh.
You had the ability to get in. You got it.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
No buts.
She's like
This
the
is
straightforward,
assertive,
positive TikTok.
aggressive words of affirmation.
Positive reinforcement.
Yaz was like that duck with a knife. That little stuffed ducky with a knife.
I love that. That's my favorite little animation. I know that's yours too. It's like
Shut the
insert
beef
here.
up and
Right
love
here.
your shelf.
No,
Yeah.
here. Insert.
Yeah. There. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be on the council for 2 years. The main project
Wow.
that the council
years,
does
that's
is
fun.
yeah, so it's gonna be really long.
But that you get a position for when you until you graduate. That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's cool.
is- my roommate is also on the council. We kind of encourage each other to run, so that was really nice because we were like, oh, we both end up on the council. That would be so nice because we're roommates, and then we could coordinate stuff. It'd be fun, to yeah. But one of the main things of the council is to do to coordinate the graduation pinning ceremony because nursing students get pins, so that's cool.
That's so cute.
Looking forward to that.
Okay. Z. Well, first of all, Sydney, that sounds very exciting. Sorry not to rush. Didn't mean to
And good.
put any less fanfare on your next year. But Z, how about your elevator pitch?
All right, so let's see. Coming this summer, the end of this summer, I should be, or not end of this summer, but this summer I should be working on my application to my psych major, and then I will be turning that in. I'm gonna say in October, and hopes I can get into that. Yes.
You got it.
And then, yeah, then just gonna be on campus, starting the fall quarter. So gonna be excited for that. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really. Yeah.
Nice. Next year I will be continuing to start up my RSO with my officers. I am VP of administration for that, which is just a fancy word of saying yes, I'm also secretary for that. I am philanthropy chair for my sorority. I get to interact in person with more people that I've met this year, like Cindy, and I'm excited. And I finally get to do college in person. I'll also be applying to a major, my secondary major, LSJ, in the fall. I'll be working on that application this summer. What else am I doing? I don't know. I guess I'm really mostly excited for sorority stuff right now because that's most prominent in my mind. It's just taking classes and stuff. Oh, right now I'm taking a intensive ASL second year course this summer. So, yeah. I'll also be in another apartment with different roommates. So, exciting.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we wrap up?
Yeah.
No?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's
cool.
been a very packed ride.
Yeah, this is a long recording.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
But
All
anyways,
right.
thank you for, I don't know, kind of just listening to us talk. I mean, I guess that's what you do every week. But this time it wasn't like too engaging of a podcast. So thank you for letting us and like joining us talk about just our past years, reflect on it a little bit, catch each other up on what we're up to, because we've all been so busy this quarter. I
Facts.
hope you enjoyed it. I hope if y'all are going into college or in college, I wish you much luck for just your next year in in-person classes and like getting back into the groove of not being online and like COVID guidelines are going away. That's weird.
Oh.
So
That's a podcast
have fun
idea.
with
Clip.
yeah. Have
Like Oh, shit.
well, have fun with that, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you guys for being so patient with us and getting these episodes out. Spring quarter, as we were talking about earlier in this podcast, was tough. And getting these episodes out were a little bit hard. But no worries, because now that the summer has hit, we have a bunch of fun ideas lined up. And I hope you guys have as much fun listening to us as we had making them.
Yeah, so our podcast is available on Spotify and YouTube under our name. You can follow us on Instagram at PastTheNickMom as well to connect with us and to get info on our podcast. So yeah, we'll see you guys. Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello everyone, it's Cindy here to promote our charity for today. July is Sarcoma Awareness Month, and if you don't know what sarcoma is, it's a rare type of cancer that can affect almost any part of the body, such as muscles, tissues, bones, nerves, etc. The Sarcoma Foundation of America works to find a cure for this rare type of cancer. They also recognize treatment centers that specialize in this disease, fund clinical trials, and provide resources to educate and to finance those in need. Please consider donating to them, and the link will be in the description box below, as always. So see you guys next time. Bye.